Now then, you're probably wondering, Joe, this isn't where you left things. You were about to send the crew off on the adventure of their lives to go and tame dragons and do all that exciting things and go to war with the ogres. Now, yes, that did happen. That episode was recorded and it was ready to go, except for the fact that we got to the quest and the game broke. So this is the earliest autosave I had access to. It's not long after I sent the people on their adventure. Smelly, Lord Timer, Dutch and Harris are on their way up to the quest and they're going to be sent back, unfortunately. In another life, in another timeline, you know, we went and did this quest. This quest here had promise of great wealth, danger and excitement. It's broken. This quest is entirely broken. I think because I turned off mechanoids for this series, it's just completely broken it. Massive, massive shame. So we're going to spend this episode preparing them to go to war with the ogres instead and doing that stuff. This episode, I'd like to focus more on Jezebel. I've seen people in the comment section, Jezebel's not getting the love she deserves, and I think we can provide the love for her. We've had a lot of quests stacking up for getting our relics, and the relics are really good. I did mention them very briefly at the beginning of this series. They're very, very good. And I thought, what would be better than to get Yak, who's going to be a druid, recruit them, get them to learn the ability to tame animals and then tame dragons to then go to war, and have Yak and Jezebel as like a combat partner like Smelly and Lord Tyone. So that is the plan for today's episode. So if you enjoy any of today's episodes and are excited to see Jezebel back at the front of things, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things and let's get started. So as a quick update for the armors and everything, not much more was crafted from last episode, just a few more sort of gauntlets and things. We did create a few more of these armors that Jezebel has got, which is going to be really good when people come back. I'm also going to queue up a lot more just different armor things and let people have more free will with it. I think if we can get just more variety, people would end up being more protected, especially with Yak not really having access to much else. We should probably also try maybe make some more weapons. It depends. We'll see how we go. Also, the reason why everybody's in the prison, I should probably mention, is that they tried to all escape. And Solis basically attacked them all and did a very good job of doing it. That is why everybody is in prison. And we've had 2 conversions in a row and we can now reform the ideology. Perfect. Now, I do have some ideas for how I want to change this. Most notably, I want to add psi focus gain doubled. Slightly overpowered, I am well aware. However, we are going very much into psychic stuff. I want to be able to use as much as I can. And I want to make Jezebel more and more powerful. So we're going to click done and we're going to set that as our new changes. I've also now started working on a death rest area specifically for all of our vampires. It turns out that we did actually have death rest coffins, but I hadn't realized. So I've got 6 of these queued up, 1 for each of our vampires. And the caravan has arrived back at Jezebelium. I imagine the squad's actually kind of sad, actually. They went all that way to try gain riches, wealth, knowledge. And they've gained nothing apart from just a bit of hypothermia, I think. Dutch, did you take any damage? No, we got very lucky and he didn't totally get hypothermia, which is nice. And there we are. Yak has been recruited. Welcome, Yak. Welcome. So Yak is obviously at the moment a druid and has got 2 levels to go before we get Word of Animals, which allows us to tame things. So I think Yak, honestly, you're going to be put on meditation pretty much permanently, I think, with a little bit of animal training and stuff in between. And I think it's only right that we equip Yak with a dragon horn as well. It feels quite a little bit on the more morbid side, maybe, if we are going to start taming dragons and then using their friends' horns to tame them. Bit strange, but I think it works. Ooh, and I've noticed as well, we have a large common chest just chilling in the storeroom. How did I open that? Strange. Anyway, let's get Kraus to come and open this and see what we get. We got 2 more chests. Nice. That's a gain. That's a net gain, I'd say. I think we also got some clothes, I think. And in the first one, we got 11 legendary medicine. And we got a spell book of Venom Spit. Interesting. And the next one, we got a tome of cooking, 300 silver, an ebony ancient brazier, and a skill tome for intellectual. Wow, that was really good. So I think for the skill tome of intellectual, we'll give that to Dutch, get him up to level 20. Here we go. And Dutch has reached level 18 in intellectual, but has used the skill tome to go from level 13 to 15, but is actually level 19. Yes, that makes sense. And a new recruit, Beatrice, welcome, welcome, welcome. From what I remember, yeah, you're awful. I think with all the prisoners we've got in here at the moment, Fendler, Kendra, Paul, and Slick, all of them will be sent to the outpost, including Mouse as well. The quest has become available for Transport Her Down. A shuttle from the Imperium of Lefo has taken damage, and we need to protect it, and the Ogre tribes will attack us. Last time we accepted one of these, we lost Jezebel. This time, though, we have everybody here to protect her. And they'll give us the spellbook for Shadow Slice, which is one of the primal abilities that Lord Timer has had. Why don't we accept it for that, and we give Jezebel that skill? Let's make her try our best to make it even more powerful, but without forcing it on her. And there it is. There is the caravan. And unfortunately, they've decided to blow up all of my sewage lines. Fantastic. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. And a raid from the Ogre tribes. The tribespeople from the Ogre tribes arrived and they attacked the Imperials and crashed at Jezebelium. Only 4. Only 4. Well, let's summon Jezebel, Solis, and Smelly and Lord Tioma, and they could probably deal with this easy peasy. There we are. They've got involved. I'm not sure how the Imperial of Lefo are getting on, but I mean, we're gonna win regardless. And there we are. They're all dead. Perfect. Oh, apart from one. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think honestly at the moment, Jezebel with her long range ability is insanely powerful. I just think that she needs something that makes her a little bit more melee focused, especially with the armor she's running. And the rescue shuttle has arrived. Perfect. Let's hop everybody in. There it is. The gliders have arrived with our spellbook, Shadow Slice. Perfect. Jezebel, learn Shadow Splice. And a wandering dragon has entered the area. Unfortunately, he is only here for 2 or 3 days, but this would be the perfect one for Yak to be able to tame. At the moment, Yak is halfway to level 1, so it is going to take us a long while to get that first level. And arcane lighting is complete. Not sure whether this lighting will fix the lag or not, but who knows. Next, though, we've got ourselves central heating, gunpowder, or plate armor. Plate armor is huge. I thought we'd already researched plate armor, but nonetheless, it's still a massive one for us to pick up. Let's get that researched. Jezebel has gained another level as well. Perfect. I've had her sitting on her throne permanently, looking over her subjects. Jezebel, what have you got next? We have got the psychic grenade. Interesting. Yes, a psychic grenade does sound quite lovely. Also made the decision that I'm going to get rid of all of our medicine maker dryads. We have 3 of them on the go. They're doing very nice, but I also have 435 herbal medicine on the map, which is slightly too much. So what I'm going to do is just going to get rid of them and get Horde Dryads instead. And a raid from the Pop Rockford Treaty. Looks like I want to use Sappers. No! No! What are those? Crimson Demi... There's no way that they've brought along a load of animals that have suddenly gone wild. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Unlucky, guys. Unlucky. But there's 2 groups of them. I think what I'll do is summon everybody and just get them to go search and destroy. Swords for the Pobrock Treaty are fleeing. I mean, I too would also run away if 5 Crimson Demigryphs suddenly just started attacking me. You know, I'd understand. So there's now 2 groups that these Demigryphs have wiped out. 2 groups of the Pobrock Treaty are dead because of these Demigryphons. Holy. I mean, they are all fairly injured, but not enough that they're stopping. Looks like we've got a easy peasy 6 versus 4 situation here. Yak is the very first one to get involved in the fight here. Yak, good luck. Jezebel is providing covering fire as well with her ability. I think her telekinetic abilities are actually far better than I'm laying on. I think they're actually really good. Like, she's firing fully automatic at those demi-griffins. There we are. All of them are dealt with. Yak even got a few kills under her belt as well. Congratulations, Yak. Proud of you. We've now also gone around and deconstructed all of the street lights we've got as well. I think I will reinstall pretty much all of the lighting and everything because it is very dark and miserable. Just make it slightly more efficient, in quotations, and try not to like overdo it basically, so I can try get a balance between aesthetics and also gameplay. Lord Timer has gained another level now. I have been thinking, what do we do with Lord Timer? Lord Timer, the man that knows everything and is good at everything. I've had a thought. What if we make Lord Timer a conjurer? Lord Timer, the man that can literally travel meters to assassinate. What if he can then make things? He can move people around. He can do these good things. Let's go for that. Let's make him a conjurer as well as a primal. I think those two fit really nicely together. Like, he's a primal assassin that can teleport places. And a raid from the Keek Duel. Oh no, they're attacking my they're attacking my outpost. This isn't too bad actually, because I do have two colonists with weapons that I accidentally forgot to remove from them, so this isn't the end of the world. I think I'm just going to kind of cheese it and make them play off the door. Small folk from the Keek Duel are fleeing. Perfect. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. They did knock down Ascal, but this is only my mercenary outpost, so it doesn't really matter. And plate armor is complete. Perfect. Now I will look and compare and see if this is better than some of the elven stuff we've got, but the elven stuff is really OP, so I'm not going to be too sure about that. Next though, legionary ornaments. Interesting. A big bush or carpet making. Let's go for a reroll and let's grab ourselves togas. So of the new armor that we can make, we do now have 3 even better items that we can now make, with a steel ingot adorned full plate and a steel ingot adorned armored. Perfect. We now have clear upgrades that we can build. Hold on, what's this? A pirate fee demand. Extortion demand at Jezebelium. Okay. They basically want some money, so they want attackers. They want 2,200 silver, which we can definitely afford, but no. Definitely not. Let's reject that. And as a result, they are raiding us. 16 raiders. Okay, not too bad. Maybe slightly scary, but we should be fine. Let's grab the guys and get them to all assemble down at the gates, and we'll go from there. Okay, it turns out they're all going past the main gates. I'd imagine they're all going to aim to going up here. So Lord Timer is the only one that's outside of the walls. And Lord Timer, unfortunately, has decided to take off all his armor, which wouldn't be an issue, but it's currently a 1v16. Lord Timer has gotten straight involved. I didn't even get to put into search and destroy. You know what? Search and destroy. Like, I think we're just at a point. Search and destroy. Easy peasy. Smelly has also decided to put on some better armor as well as a quick update. So now Smelly looks just so cool. Like, the same level as Jezebel kind of cool. The subjects for the House Hesse are fleeing. So despite Lord Timer not really wearing any armor at all, he is still just insane. Jezebel, I think she's overusing her abilities, unfortunately, as meaning that she's not actually getting involved in the action, and it's not really the ideal, you know? I think I might disable a couple of her abilities just for the more powerful ones. And Yak has gained the next level of her magical achievement. Perfect. So this now means that she can get the Word of Animals ability, which magically soothes animals by rolling their emotions and either calming a manhunting animal or taming them. Now, I'm going to kind of assume this just works for any animal. We do have a mana cost of 40%, which isn't a problem because we are at the max at the moment. The dragon that was on the map, is that still here? No, it has gone. But we have been receiving a lot of quests throughout this series for dragon hunts and all that stuff. Do we have one available? Yes, we do. We do have one available, and it is an ancient dragon. Let's jump to the monster encounter, which is absolutely miles away, but it's a guaranteed dragon. Let's send a squad of Jezebel, Yak, and Lord Timer. And togas are complete. Next, defense platforms, mechanical limbs, or septic tanks. Let's go for a reroll. And let's get ourselves acorn equipment. The caravan has arrived at the monster encounter. What are we looking at? Your epic quest has ended in success. Are you joking? Well, there is a dragon here. It's a wyvern. Not the dragon I was looking for, but it's still a dragon. I think it is the dragon that you are meant to hunt and kill. It's just not very hostile. Let's use the word of animals on it anyway. A wyvern would be a nice pickup anyway. It's obviously a dragon. It's not a dragon. It's a Draconid. It's a type of dragon. We'll tame it anyway. We'll just test out the power and see if it works. Yes, it does work. We now have a dragon. All right, there it is. We have a wyvern. There it is. So we now have a wyvern. Sick. This is not the aim of what we came here for. I thought we'd get something better. But I digress. It's still an improvement. So yeah, so there is another dragon quest. I will go have a look at that one and to just see if it is the same, if it is another wyvern or not. I just want to find a proper dragon. That's all I want. Your caravan has been lost. The following people, animals, and mechanics have been lost with it. Wyvern 1. I just tamed the wyvern. I selected it as part of the caravan. I selected it! Oh well, whatever. It wasn't the dragon I wanted. It's not the end of the world. We've now reinstalled most of the outside lights as well with these iron street lamps. There's not nearly as many as before, but the TPS is still fairly stable at over 100, which isn't much. But it's running better. I've been a lot more conservative with my lights, and I think I'm at a happy stage with it. And we've reached the second monster encounter. Is this one a bust? Oh, it's another wyvern! Oh, there we go. Quest complete straight away. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. Well, on the bright side, Yak, you can get us another wyvern. Yay! There it is. So Yak has successfully tamed a wyvern. It is now called Wyvern 1. Well, Yak, I mean, thank you for all the wyverns. Appreciate you. As we can see, Yak is now going to be our dragon master. I will, as soon as we can get a proper dragon, one of the wandering dragons that kind of just appears, Yak will tame it and it will become ours, and we will have a proper dragon, and it'll be so cool. Like, that's it. We have our potential best colonist now with Yak just for the dragons, and that's it. And on that note, I think I'm going to call it here after the successful taming and training of dragons with Jezebel and Lord Timer watching over Yak, knowing that he is now potentially a force to be reckoned with. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, and I apologize that it was slightly cut off at the beginning from the previous episode, we've made a lot of progress today. It's been fantastic. Research has been good. Crafting has been good. We've got new armor. We've got new resources. We've got it all. Next episode, I think I would just aim towards getting maybe a dragon. I'd quite like to actually do some stuff with maybe the empires. Maybe get a new colonist or two from the empires and affiliate with them. Who knows? So if you've enjoyed today's episode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.